galactic civil war spreads across the sun. From the heights of Coruscant to fiery Mustafar, to fight the evil empire, for people join the fray. These are the heroes of the Hydian Way.
Welcome to Heroes of the Hydian Way. This is a Star Wars actual play podcast, and we're playing in Edge Studios' Age of Rebellion system. This is Arc 4, Episode 7, and I am Andarta. I am the GM for this adventure, and I'm using she/they pronouns.
And I'm Joy. I use she, her, and I play Keeter Javik, who also uses she, her. I am a sharpshooter. Pew pew!
Not a shoot sharper?
No.
I'm Sammy, pronouns are she, they. I'm playing Vadalorn Cursed, also she, they. And I am a courier martial artist.
And I'm Erica Goodwitch, and I'm playing Norin Gremian, they, them, engineer scientists.
To get to know our characters a little bit better, we get one to ask the rest a question. And today, it is Vadalorn's question.
So, our dear captain has assigned us all roles throughout the ship. How would you describe your job to a 3-year-old?
I follow other grown adults around, and I clean up their messes and make sure that they can do the work that they need to do.
Oh, well, me, I do the best job ever. I like to, I acquire food with pew pew, and then I cook it and make yummy, yummy food.
That is fascinating to both me and a 3-year-old, which I don't know what that says about me.
I guess I do sometimes get to boss people around.
I get to make a mess and blame it on someone who's no longer here, but that is okay. Vadalorn, what do? You do the same.
Well, I mean, if I was going to brag, I'd say I make Life Day happen, but gotta keep up with the mystery, so I make stuff go from point A to point B. You know, just move things from over here to over there.
Oh, I already can hear a 3-year-old in my head go, oh, like a big machine. A droid.
Like a load lifter.
Yeah, now that you mention it, my job is kind of like a load lifter's. Just across greater distances most often.
I can already hear Anroy saying, I get to boss people around, just like a mother.
We are picking up pretty much right where we left off. So, the gala is in full swing. The last of the teams has just arrived, distracting everyone and causing such a ruckus that Norin is left standing in the middle of the tables at the edge of the main floor right next to the buffet tables that the crew had just had shots at. Isazel and a old flame, Alice, has disappeared into the crowd that Norin has lost track of them just ever so briefly. At least we hope. And then Vadalorn and Kedra, after running into a oddly acting Amor, the coach of the ISR Cracker Cats, were observing people that they knew around and making sure that the Brental shipping, the ones who actually just arrived, were not holding a grudge for accidentally parking in their spots, because apparently they have special hookups or something. The party is in full swing. Looks like there's starting to be a little bit of motion up at the hut dais, presiding over the hut ball arena where this is being staged. But it looks like people are just prepping. It's like a protocol droid up there. And Norin's communicator starts chirping.
Oh.
Good old beep beep, beep beep. Indicating that it's a call from the Codfater.
Oh, okay. I'm going to find a semi-quiet corner and answer it.
Norin speaking, Codfater. Go ahead.
Hookman.
Right. We've run into a wee bit of a problem here. We were going through and properly cleaning the transport pod and all, and we found a entity that shouldn't be here. We've seen leave, and yet is here. And they look like they've been sitting here for a bloody long while.
Do you want to be more specific, Hookman?
First officer, Nolan, see here. There is a mummy here that looks to be very much like a surprisingly spry blue-skinned coach.
Excuse me? A mummy would suggest that this,
Well, desiccated remains might be a bit more accurate here.
Okay. Oh god. By the mothers.
I've lost Isazel.
I will be there in 15 minutes. Maybe seal the transport pod until I get there. Okay?
Aye, aye.
Okay. I'm going to close, and I'm going to look for any member of my crew that I can possibly find.
How about the tall one with purple fur and a mohawk?
That sounds like the most obvious choice. Very easy to spot.
I do tend to stand out in a crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm assuming. Do you even want me to roll for it? Or am I going to find Battleorn right away?
I'm going to go with you're able to find Battleorn right away because she's already taller than 70% of the people there. And also, you have been kind of keeping an eye on most of the crew. Yeah, I'm going to go with you're able to find at least Battleorn.
Okay. I'm going to make my way through the crowd to Battleorn and tap her, right?
Yep, they.
Thank you. And tap her on the upper arm.
Just in time for snacks. I got some left over. I could share, I suppose.
That does sound nice. I need to leave. And I don't know where Isazel went. So you are a representative until I get back, okay? I'm probably not going to be coming back tonight, actually. Sorry. This does take priority. Keep your comm code open.
If you're putting me in charge, things must be worse than I thought.
What's trust happening? You more than Kedra.
Oh god.
Small point. I do think Kedra's, isn't Battleorn and Kedra standing next to each other?
Yes, we had found a table on the mezzanine.
Okay. To represent our organization, you do seem to have a little bit more experience in that regard than, honestly, me or Kedra. I would appreciate it if you would look for Isazel, though, and let her know that I had to leave. I'm going to try and calm her, but I don't know if she would answer.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out and start looking. It sounds serious.
It is. And I'm going to look around the ball. It's not. I need to go back to the Codfater and examine remains. I say very, very quietly.
Sorry, come again?
You heard me.
Yeah, it just sounded like you said that you had to go back to examine remains.
Did you say that very, very quietly?
Slightly less quietly. I can tell when you're trying to be secretive. I'm just always loud.
Hookman did say that they looked like the coach, but isn't he here?
Yes.
So I'm going to go get to the bottom of that. Okay.
Yeah, Keitra and I bumped into him just minutes ago.
All right. So maybe Hookman's
But
mistaken.
He was acting very suspicious, though, so be careful.
I will, Keitra. Thank you.
Mm.
Okay. Find Isazel, please. Be on your best behavior. I'll be back. And Norin's going to go leave to hail a speeder.
I'm going to look at Valderlorn and say, they did not think that we were very serious. No, Norn, I think did not take us the right way. I think that they are maybe think we're just ha ha ha.
To be fair, that is the effect I try to put forward. But let's try to find our captain here.
Oh. Do you want me to scope up the place? I can get up high place and look and see if I can find.
Yeah, just try not to get caught. There's probably, there is security around, and they would probably not look too kindly on us climbing their architecture.
One small point.
Mm-hmm.
The gala itself is in the hotball arena, and all of the different levels that are normally in a hotball arena are open to all of the players, everyone who is there. So it might be a bit of a trek, but like you're going up 3-4 levels, but it's open.
Yeah, so step 1, altitude. See if we can get eyes on her.
I can do that. Do you want to stay down here to like socialize and make appearance while I go up there, or do you want to go together? It seems like
stay on
we're all
comms.
okay.
Yeah, I'll ask around, see if anybody's seen her, and you let me know if you spot her.
I will let you know if I see the captain, and then I will also watch out for the coach, because maybe there's two. Maybe they're twins. I don't know, but it's very suspicious to me. I will go. I will keep you on comms.
Stay safe.
Okay. I'm going to start making my way up with my tray of food. That way people will think that I'm just moseling around and eating like lunch, like, just, oh, look at this, and like while I'm eating.
I love the flavor. I'm not going to make you roll on that, like a cool or stealth or whatnot. Doesn't feel right.
That is a distressing amount of fire.
Especially for someone who is as furred as you.
Yep.
Yeah, there's actually 4 layers to it. There's the bottom layer where the gala and like where everything falls is. Then there's one layer where like most of the table seating is. Then above that there's sort of the standing tables, the ones that are arranged around the edge so that you can look down upon everything. And then there's finally a top level that you can then see the goals, and also it is on like eye level with the hut's dais. The place where the hut is actually going to be looking over the hutball arena. In behind that's where all the audience would be, but that is completely shut down at the moment. There's no one in the seating part of the arena proper. If there's only a little bit of action going on in the dais, as Keitra gets way up to the top, you can see that, there's a protocol droid, there's a smaller droid that seems to be setting up a sound system, or tapping into a sound system or the like, and that's roughly it. Up at this level, that is all that Keitra can see. Looking down, then I'm going to get a perception check from Keitra.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the next level up, so that way I can do layer by layer to see, like, because you'll see a little more in each layer. So I want to go up one layer, one level. And and see what I can see from there. I do have in my thigh, I have a dagger on one thigh, and then on the other, just the scope of my rifle, like a binocular. Nothing like, because I figured I could throw my dagger if I had precision, but I could look through my scope. But I'm not going to at this point. I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to look. I'm going to use perception to see. I know what Henri was wearing, and it was very beautiful and unique. So I'm going to look and see if I can find. I'm trying to remember the color that she said was like a. I don't remember at this time, but she's going to look for that particular color and see what she can ascertain from there. So.
All right. So this is looking for one person in a. I'm almost going to say a zoo of people. Like there's so many different. Like it's just so many people.
Right, but if you're looking for a certain color, you can bypass other colors. So it'll make it a little easier. But yeah.
I'll definitely give you a boost for looking specifically for Isazel, but just the sheer quantity and how everyone's mingling and that sort of stuff, I'm going to go with it is a 2 red, 1 purple, and 2 setback of a check.
Okay. And I do have expert tracker.
Absolutely.
And so it takes back a setback. I'm just going to see if I have 1 or 2 of those. I have level 2 of that, so I can get rid of 2 setback.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then I'm going to roll.
Okay, yeah.
To see if I can find Isazel. 2 success, a threat, and a triumph.
All right. So, okay, these rolls on this gala floor are just weird in how they work out. Like, threats, you see Trollway talking to a Wookiee. Successes, you don't find Isazel on the floor. You also don't find
the coach.
I'm assuming that Keidra and Vadalorn got a brief description of the person that Isazel was with.
Yes.
I mean, the net effect is you're not able to see either of them. They have disappeared off of the gala floor.
Okay.
The triumph, I am going to go with, you see a blue-skinned Nemoidian who has the very tall hat that seems to be the Nemoidian style of like more formal style hats. Yeah, I'm entirely going with the 3-prong sort of crown-like hat that then has 2 fabric parts that drape down over the sides of the head. Okay. Very much akin to a viceroy's helmet. Crown? I'm not quite sure what you call that. But it definitely has sort of like the 3 large parts that go up and then the ones that come down. And unlike the offered image, this one is a blue Nemoidian.
Huh. OC, what does that tell me out of character? That they're some kind of dignitary?
Yeah, that's what the hat would definitely be indicating.
Okay. So Keidra might know that. Keidra is going to calm Vadalorn. Excuse me. Do you hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Vadalorn? Hello?
No, Keidra, this is Norin. Try comm channel number 2301.
Oh, I thought I did. There's a dignitary. Oh, okay. I can't find Norn, but I will keep trying. Sorry. I'm going to recalibrate that thing.
Just for out of world, and also probably you'd get that in world, maybe, especially on a Triumph. This one's blue. The second image is of a Duros.
Oh, that's following. Okay.
Nemoidians and Duros do look pretty similar to each other. Interesting.
Alright, I will try calming Vadalorn again. Hello, Vadalorn? Oh, why did I get Norn again? Hello? Oh no. Vadalorn, did you poop? Vadalorn? Oh no, I think she went to the bathroom. Oh no. Oh, Vadalorn. Maybe they just ignore me.
Nope, I've been talking this whole time. I just realized I forgot to unmute when I finished blowing my nose.
Yes, the dangers of muting.
Vadalorn, did you go poop? Where are you, Vadalorn?
Still main floor, trying to chat up some people. Did you find her?
No, but so she's not on the main floor anywhere, not anywhere at all. But I did see this blue person that looks like another person. Anyways, they have the dignitary person, like they're very like official, like very high up. They are they are look dangerous, and I think something up. Like they look suspicious. So do you want to go find and investigate that while I keep looking for Norn?
That does sound weird.
Yes, I'm going to give directions on where to find the dignitary because I'm keeping my eyes on them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go left? No, go a little straighter. Okay, do you see them? You can't miss the big blue hat. Okay.
Eyes on him.
Okay, I will jump off comms. I'm going to hang up, and then I'm going to say, he's just going to go, oh, these comms are so hard. I don't know why they just can't. Nobody just talk, and then it just hit to the right person. No, gotta embarrass myself. Now Laura's never going to look at me the same way. They're going to like just hate me and say, oh, she don't know how to do nothing. Oh, they won't be wrong. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. So TJ's gonna keep looking. She's gonna try to see if there's any rooms or anything that she can go into to maybe look around nonchalantly, open doors, take peeks in, see what she can see.
Okay, I think camera-wise, we're going to swing over to Vadalorn for a tiny bit as Keitra starts looking for side exits and service exits and whatnot from the hotball arena itself, as opposed to the one you just everyone is coming up from, or everyone has. Now the two Herglics are standing in front of, like, the giant bruisers that they are. It's like having two orcas stand in front of the down ramp with their fins crossed in suits.
Oh, that's only a little bit intimidating.
It's one of the reasons why I love Herglics. Considering where you and Keitra had set up initially, I'm figuring that there was already like a lot of the teams that were starting to show up. Specifically like the Cracker Cats and the Bear Sloths and the Photon Spiders. They were all sort of there, all very relaxing. You know that some of the Cracker Cats were intermingling with the Dream Shimmer. There is a lot to look around and see, and the mix of species is kind of impressive, to be honest. Like, this is more like an animated TV show level of non-human species showing up than in, like, say, Andor. So, pretty much if you name a Star Wars species, it is probably going to be here. Anything from a Gamorrean to an Ishitib. And, like, we've got Herglics and Wookiees, oh my. So, almost anything that you can think of, except for the, like, I don't know, probably more likely on the rare ones. I mean, we've got a Lasat.
It's unusual for once being not the tallest person at the party.
Are you just wanting to be doing, like, fairly standard mingling, or is there something that you're wanting to be more noticeable in doing.
Well, with Norin mentioning the body of the person that we spoke to, I'm a little bit cautious about going panic, like, oh no, my captain's missing, and being kind of more casual about it, like, hey, how's it going? I'm with ISR. Who are you here with? Say, you haven't happened to have seen my captain around, have you? I'm trying to get the team together for a photo, and just kind of being, yeah, no, our captain isn't lost. I just don't know where she is.
I mean, it feels like sort of a streetwise-y type thing. Streetwise perception, yeah. Something along that lines.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're going specifically for the Nemoidian that Kedra had pointed out.
Yeah, I'll be making my way in that direction, but in the interest of not looking like I'm panicking, I'm going to angling that way while in the process of mingling. So, directional mingling. So I'm going that way, just slowly, so it doesn't look like I'm making a beeline right for him.
Yeah, no, it does really feel a lot more like
being wise about the streets.
I mean, yeah, just trying to find the description for it. But yeah, essentially you're trying... Where skullduggery is more the fine arts of physical ne'er-do-well stuff, streetwise is the more social arts of how people act and that sort of stuff.
Exactly.
It's not quite a social skill, but it's more investigative.
Yep. What would be the difficulty there?
Okay, yeah, I think it's just going to be a pretty simple 1 red, 1 purple, 2 setback. Okay, so an average one, not simple, but potato.
Okay. I'm also going to use one of our many, many light side points without asking, because we do have several.
What? No, how dare you?
And I've already started typing the roll, so I'll roll that after. So it was red, purple, 2 setback?
Correct.
Oh no. Oh yay!
You want to read for our lovely audience your roll there?
Yes,
no.
Please.
So, like all social situations I wind up in, that ended with 2 failures, but also a triumph.
Okay, so as I was saying like a tiny bit earlier, and now is, if I didn't leave it in the podcast, I now have to absolutely have it as an outtake. There actually is someone in a Chandrillan party dress. It is very much like the one that Isazel's wearing. It's a complete coincidence that there is the Chandrillan Chronicle delegation here. So there's a woman wearing something pretty close. So as you are approaching, you see a woman there. She is talking to a tall, sort of very willowy, very humanoid, but having light green scales and long black hair. And you're fairly certain that this woman, who is dressed remarkably like Isazel, though having 2 organic hands instead of the cybernetic one that Isazel has, is talking to a Feline.
Yeah, well, mistaken identity, so I'll go up and kind of tap on her shoulder. Isazel, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Turns around, gives a bit of a oh, aren't you a tall one? No, you have me mistaken for someone else.
I am so sorry. Please,
which crew are you here with?
Yeah, I'm with, we're with ISR.
Oh, that is a very storied crew. Have you been with them? Have you been with the ISR and this crew long?
ISR? Yes. This crew? No. But they seem like a pretty good crew.
Oh, yes. They do seem to be, yes. The tall Feline woman turns and starts to somewhat incorporate the three of you into a conversation. Between the two of them, like the Chandrillan is standing to your left, the Feline is standing to your right in front of you, and then directly in front of you, sort of behind them, is this Nemoidian that is wearing this sort of viceroy or leader hat and the robes that sort of go with. So you're able to get in close. You're a little bit stuck in a conversation with these two, but you do have eyes on this Nemoidian.
That makes sense. I was thinking, I'm stuck in a conversation. When did I roll a despair?
Yeah, with the triumph, I'm figuring, yeah, you are like, the Nemoidian is the next conversation over. Now, the way everyone's positioned, you can almost stare at them or like go talk and talk and talk. And as you are refocusing on people, you are able to see the Nemoidian in their conversation.
Would I be close enough to listen in, or is it too loud?
I'm going to go with it's too loud. There is probably 50 different conversations going on. Mm-hmm. And they also have, like in like clubs and that sort of stuff, you've got a bit of background music so that it disrupts anyone trying to listen into the conversation over. Like, you could attempt to. It's just going to be more difficult.
So I'm thinking coordination to kind of like dip to the side, grab a trio of glasses off a passing tray, and use that movement to kind of reposition myself in the conversation I'm currently having, so I can get a little bit closer to the Nemoidian.
Ooh, I like this.
Without being socially uncouth.
I love this. I am thinking that it's a pretty crowded area, that you're trying to do the thing I always find very impressive in that sort of scene, especially trying to grab 3 glasses, that truly does take coordination as opposed to just grabbing 2. So that really does feel like a hard check. So a 3-die check. I'm going to upgrade 1 because, I mean, the comedy potential alone means I need to upgrade it.
Exactly. I'd expect nothing less.
Yes, it'll be 1 red and 2 purple.
Boop. Ooh. Well. No despair, but I'll take that success and threat.
I mean, those are loaded up dice.
Yeah, everything showed up.
I'm impressed. Okay, yeah, you were able to reposition everything. I am figuring that 2 out of the 3 glasses are able to come around just perfect, but because it's the 3rd one, it's a little off kilter. The momentum's not quite right, so you spill a bit. Thankfully, it's your glass that spills. Regretfully, though, it is on your unadorned foot. So your foot now smells like the wine that is being brought around.
Unfortunate.
I'm thinking like we're talking something in the realm of champagne for the odor that it produces. So it's going to stick with you for a while.
I'll just casually wipe that foot on the back of my pants. Oops. Spilled a little bit, but hey, at least it was mine that spilled. So what were you saying? And just kind of fake the conversation forward while trying to listen in on the Nemoidian.
Now, I guess it would be a perception check.
You may have to steal those light side points back for this one.
Now that it's been mentioned, I don't think we've mentioned what the Destiny pool currently is.
Oh.
Apart from a passing comment on it being very Genesis-like, it has returned to being 3 light side and 1 dark side.
Balance can be described as returning to its natural state of being, and this is how we started. What's my... I'm gonna do that first on the assumption I'm gonna use the light side point.
Of course. Okay, so I am, due to the noise of everything, and you're having to listen to one conversation over as you are attempting to at least give the appearance that you're in the current conversation, it is going to be a 1 red, 2 purple. Sorry.
Well, D1 is certainly giving me some results today. That is 1 failure, but 4 advantage.
Yeah, D1 is definitely having fun with all of us, as well it should.
Opposite my last roll, there were 3 blanks on this roll.
Mm-hmm. Most of them difficulty. Whatever the Nemoidian is talking about, you're not really able to make it out. It's in a bit of hushed tones. They do have the Nemoidian affectation. It's of a accent that you're not super familiar with, so yeah, you're not quite able to make it out. What are you wanting to do with the 4 advantage? Because that is a significant amount of advantage.
I think for 4 advantage, I'm thinking I'm able to kind of end this conversation at the same time the Nemoidians does, so I can easily kind of turn around and make up some more conversation. See how that goes.
Yeah, I knew there was a reason I left you in charge.
I mean, you say that, but have you seen my dice bowls?
Yeah, but you are maneuvering your way through them so suavely.
Yeah, the pants he made me wear give a +2 to my suave stat.
Okay, yes. The 2 of them bid you adieu. I'm figuring that, yeah, you're going to essentially swing around. The Nemoidian is going to be sort of finishing their conversation. And yeah, with 4 advantage, you are going to be able to strike up a conversation with them, or at least like an introduction or something. And from a scene situation, as the 2 sort of turn towards each other, the camera sort of also does its side-to-side scene dissolve. That is just sort of continuing the motion. We see, would Norn be taking a cab or like a black car, or would Norn be taking the rental that Vadalorn and Kedra would have dropped off?
Whichever is closest. If it would take too long to get to the rented speeder or hotel provided whatever or anything like that, Norn would call a cab.
Okay.
Because this seems like a matter of urgency.
Considering the level of gas that would be there, I figured that they would have essentially a hotel speeder, essentially the black car, right ready for any guest to be going out. And it wouldn't be used at the moment because everyone's at the party. You'd be able to get into the piloted speeder. You're able to get back to the Codfater in surprisingly quick order.
Mm-hmm.
It took about an hour to get to the hotel using the bus that brought the entire team. This one, yeah, takes you about 15 minutes to get back to the spaceport. And you are able to get out. You're there in the delightful suit that Norn is wearing.
Yes.
You see all 8 ships look very locked down, where the black car let you off is directly in front of the Codfater, but all the other ones look like they've got like the crew lights on. You can see that someone's on them. The Codfater just looks dark, and on the outside of it is Lone tromping around, like very visibly. Doing the almost exact opposite of a stealth check is Lone on the outside.
As I get out of the speeder, I've like taken off my suit jacket and folded it neatly over my arm, and I see Loam, and I just sort of do like a low binary whistle to get his attention.
As soon as you do that, his head swivels and looks directly at you, and the tromping stops.
Hey, big guy. I need to get inside the ship.
Of course. The side crew entrance should respond to you.
Thank you, Loam. I make my way over there.
This is the one that opens directly into the crew area, like the area where like your cabin is, and that sort of stuff has not It's not the one that goes into the actual pod itself. You get in, and because it's an airlock, as soon as the back door closes, or the outer door closes, the inner door, because you're in atmosphere, is open. There's a Z with a Z's rifle, just casually leaning up against the bulkhead, looking you up and down.
Aziz.
Looking good, Norn.
Thanks. Yes. I'm going to go change real quick because there's no way I can examine remains in my current getup. So just give me 2 minutes, okay?
Oh, absolutely. You don't have to worry about any sort of smell or fluid transfer for some extremely odd reason.
Thank you for the heads up. I'm probably still going to get myself some PPE, okay? And I'm going to go to my cabin. I'm going to change out of my nice swanky suit and hang it up, take all my jewelry and everything off, stop by the med bay on my way to the transport pod to grab, like gloves and protective, like my scientist jacket and everything, maybe some goggles and a mask, and then go to this transport pod.
Do you want to bring L6 with you? The little medical mouse droid?
Absolutely.
For the transport pod, on the bottom of it, because this is like a 2-story tall pod, the bottom of the pod is the training rooms and all that sort of stuff. On the top of the pod is the quarters. On the front of the pod, there are 2 quarters that are actually bigger than any of the quarters on the Codfater, or they actually are pretty decent sized. Every quarter that's there, except for one, has the door open. As you were walking through, you do see the one that has been covered from bulkhead to bulkhead to bulkhead with chromium foil on the inside. Looking inside looks like you're looking at the inside of a disco ball. And as you continue past that, there is the one that has the door closed, and there's Hookman standing outside.
Well, you got an idea of what's in there? But it's an odd sight. We found it when we were trying to do the cleaning, and, well, a droid just skidded right on out. And, well, now...
As Hookman slaps the control to get the door to open, looking in that way, you can't really see anything. You go in and take a turn to the left, because this is actually pretty dang close to a suite. There's actually a sitting area that you can see from the door. Then you turn, and then there's an actual very nice bed there. And in the middle of this, we'll call it a queen-size bed, there's a Duros lying there with their arms crossed over their chest in the very classic corpse pose. Like, the eyelids they probably started closed, but they look like they have been deprived of all liquids. The very classic desiccated corpse.
And there's and the bed's dry. There's no like staining or anything like that. Like, that's what Norin's looking. I understand the picture here. Norin is looking for that kind of stuff. Like, there's no liquids that have seeped into the bed. It's literally just like all of the fluids have been sucked out of this Duros and gone somewhere. Okay, interesting. So the team captain is a Duros.
I am wanting to get some form of investigative check from Norin. Which would be your choice?
Medicine sounds like the right choice here. I can
totally see that, yeah. Okay, so with medicine, sadly, I seem to be in a rut for difficulties for this episode, but...
I mean, hey, if it makes sense.
Spending a destiny point. On the other hand, A also helps if I'm in the right window, tab, whatnot. Okay, so I'm actually going to go with it being a 2 red, 1 purple, and a setback on account of posing.
Okay. I'll flip a point back so that it's 3 yellows, a green. So you said 2 red, a purple, and a setback?
Correct. Yes, and I am entirely going to go with a boost for L6.
Okay.
Plus anything else that you're wanting to go for, but since I was the one who sort of shoehorned L6 into the scene, I sort of figured might as well.
Yeah. All right. Wow.
Oh, no.
Okay, so with 3 yellows, a green, a boost versus 2 reds, a purple, and a setback, I got 4 advantages and a despair.
Wow.
So I go to examine the body.
Well, now I'm just wanting the ash bit to happen, where it's like you kind of poke. Okay, that was way too quick, Sammy. Way too quick.
I disturbed the remains and they fell apart.
Yes, that is exactly it. You disturb the remains, and just sort of from wherever you touch, they then just turn into, well, ash over a skeleton. Because I'm still not going with, like, yeah. You still have a skeleton there, but, like, all the soft tissue, anything that was even remotely soft tissue is now just ash.
Okay. Terrifying. Norin is very glad that they put their mask on. My advantages are that I am going to be able to take a sample of the dried up dust of organic remains into a couple of vials, and then take something else in this captain's suite where I could find a bit of spit or maybe like a band-aid with some blood on it or something that I can then take back to the med lab and compare to verify the genetic composition, and therefore that, yes, this is the captain of the Cracker Cats.
Okay, yeah, that absolutely, yes.
So I am able to gather organic tissue samples of the corpse and from something else in this suite and take it back to the med bay.
Yeah, you were absolutely able to do that.
Because holy wah. I wish that there had been pictures taken of the corpse before it dusted.
Does the ship have CCTV? It's obviously not as good as...
There's going to be... I'm going to lead in there. I'm going to definitely be bringing that up at some point, being like, okay, once I confirm the identity, like, all right, so we need to see if there's a way to track everybody who comes on and off the ship so that I can maybe narrow down the murderer. Also, there's someone pretending to be him at the ball at this current moment. So... Norin's number one priority is verifying the identity of the corpse at this moment and cause of death. Norin's pacing back and forth in the med bay, chewing on a thumbnail and talking to Hookman and Aziz when the computer pings and confirms a genetic match, Amorsil, and goes, "Well, Kark."
Thank you for listening to this episode of Heroes of the Hydian Way. You can find show updates at linktree/The Hydian Way, and you can find me on the socials at Deuterium Ice.
You can find me, Joy, on the Other Place podcast season 2 as Talana, and live on Twitch TV/JoyfullyMe2, playing a variety of games.
I'm Sammy. I'm at places on the internet at linktree/Goddess Sammy with one fewer S's in there than you might think.
And you can find me, Erica, and all of my mercenary work at linktree/Erica Goodwitch.
And we are all at thehydiandway.com, where you can find previous episodes and previous seasons.
You can find more episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Plus, you can help us out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing.
You can holocom us at heroes@thehydiandway.com, and you can find merch at tpublic.com/user/thehydiandway.
And if you like what we do and want to support the show, you can with a CAF Crew subscription at ko-fi.com/thehydiandway. That's ko-fi.com/thehydiandway.
And then the all-important D2Ds.
Yep, try to save you trying to edit out my sniffles and just
Made a funny scenario. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it fun when your players are trying to do something you know they absolutely can't do because the story hinges on them not being able to find them yet?
I mean, that just means I invert. The fun part is that just means for me, I'm inverting the success-failure part. It's like, if Kedra had failed, oh no, there's someone who's in roughly the same dress as Isazel. In theory, this would be a very embarrassing thing, but apparently not in this case, on account of they aren't seen together. But I'm thinking that would be